Threat intelligence platforms tips, your crystal ball. If SIEM is the brain, then threat intelligence platforms, or tips, are your crystal ball. A tip is a specialized system that gathers, processes, and disseminates actionable information about current and emerging cyber threats. This includes details on who the attackers are, their motivations, their specific tactics, techniques, and procedures, or TTPS, and crucial indicators of compromise, or IOCs. It's about knowing your enemy proactively before they even knock on your door. So, how do we use these crystal balls? Tips provide us with actionable intelligence. We use it to proactively block known malicious IPs and domains before they ever reach our network. It enriches our CM alerts, giving us vital context. For instance, this specific IP is linked to a known ransomware group. And critically, it fuels our proactive threat hunting, allowing us to search for those specific IOCs that signal hidden threats already inside. It transforms us from reactive to truly predictive defenders. What are the features of threat intelligence platforms that make them relevant for SOC operations? These features include 1. Dynamic intelligence feed. Tips continuously provide up-to-the-minute updates on new threats, indicators of compromise IOCs and adversary tactics, ensuring SOC analysts are always aware of the latest dangers. 2. Automated workflows. They automate the collection, processing, and distribution of threat data, significantly reducing manual effort and speeding up the delivery of actionable intelligence to defense systems. 3. Integration with the IT ecosystem. Tips seamlessly integrate with existing security tools like SIEMs and firewalls, allowing threat intelligence to be directly applied for proactive blocking and alert enrichment across the infrastructure. 4. Analysis tools. They offer built-in tools for deep analysis of threat data, enabling SOC analysts to understand the context, patterns, and motivations behind attacks. 5. Smart data visualization. Tips present complex threat data through intuitive graphs and dashboards, making it easier for analysts to quickly grasp trends, relationships, and potential risks. Let's analyze this scenario. Your threat intelligence platform provides an urgent update. A new zero-day vulnerability is being actively exploited, and it includes specific indicators of compromise IOCs like a unique file hash and C2 server IP address. As a SOC analyst, what are your immediate next steps, leveraging both your tip and SIEM to protect your organization? Threat hunting, beyond the alerts, proactive defense. Now, let's talk about threat hunting. This is where we go beyond just reacting to alerts. Threat hunting is a proactive, iterative process where skilled analysts actively search for unknown or undetected threats that might have bypassed our existing security controls. It's about forming hypotheses based on intelligence and intuition, then meticulously using our tools to prove or disprove those theories. It's about finding the hidden adversaries before they can cause damage. Steps of threat hunting. Threat hunting is a proactive, iterative process, distinct from reactive incident response, designed to unearth hidden threats that have bypassed automated defenses. The core elements of threat hunting include 1. Hypothesis generation. This is the starting point, where a threat hunter develops an informed assumption about potential malicious activity within the network. Example, we might be vulnerable to this specific phishing technique. 2. Data acquisition and collection. Once a hypothesis is formed, the next step is to gather the relevant data needed to prove or disprove it. This involves collecting specific logs, network flow data, endpoint telemetry, DNS queries, authentication logs, and other security telemetry from various sources across the IT ecosystem. 3. Tooling and techniques. Threat hunters leverage a diverse array of specialized tools and techniques for data analysis. This includes advanced SIEM queries, endpoint detection and response, EDR, managed detection and response, MDR, user and entity behavior analytics, UEBA, security analytics, data analysis frameworks like the ELK stack, and even open source intelligence OSINT tools. 4. Analysis and investigation. This is the investigative phase, where hunters sift through large datasets to identify subtle indicators of compromise, IOCs, or suspicious behaviors that deviate from the norm. It's often akin to finding a needle in a haystack, requiring critical thinking, pattern recognition, and an understanding of adversary tactics, techniques, and procedures (TTPS). Anomalies are investigated further to determine if they are benign or malicious. 5. Discovery and validation. When a potential threat is identified, the hunter validates the findings to confirm it is indeed malicious activity and not a false positive. This might involve deep dive analysis, malware reverse engineering, or correlation with additional data sources. If a confirmed threat is found, it transitions to the incident response team for containment and eradication. 6. Reporting and remediation. All threat hunting activities, whether they result in a confirmed threat or not, are documented. Findings, methodologies, and lessons learned are reported back to the SOC team, threat intelligence platforms, and often executive management. If a threat was discovered, recommendations for remediation and improved security controls are provided. The ecosystem. So, how does this entire ecosystem work together? Imagine this: your firewall blocks unusual traffic. That log goes to the SIEM, which correlates it with an ID, escalate. The tip then adds context. This IP is known malware. The analyst, using endpoint detection and response as well as forensics tools, investigates the affected endpoint. Then the threat hunter proactively searches for similar activities across the network. It's a unified, orchestrated defense where each tool amplifies the power of the others, creating a truly robust security posture. In summary, it's crucial to understand there's no silver bullet in cybersecurity. No single tool guarantees complete security. The real strength comes from combining these powerful tools with robust processes, skilled human analysts, and a commitment to continuous learning. Setting up a home lab to experiment with these tools is an excellent way to solidify your practical understanding. You've gained invaluable insight into the core infrastructure and technologies that power a SOC. Remember, it's all about how these tools integrate and synergize to create a formidable defense. The cybersecurity landscape is incredibly dynamic, so continuous learning, hands-on practice, and a keen eye on emerging technologies will be vital to your success. In our next module, we'll shift our focus to understanding the threats themselves, the who, what, and how of cyber attacks. Get ready to put your new knowledge to the test. See you on the next module.